Once upon a time, if someone knocked on your door and said, "Avon calling," it didn't mean trouble. It meant lipstick. It meant perfume. It meant the most powerful cosmetics empire in America. Meet Avon Products, a brand that ruled beauty for over 138 years, and then slowly watched the world walk right past it. This story begins in the 1880s with a man named David H. McConnell. McConnell was originally a traveling book salesman, and like every good salesman, he had a trick. He gave small perfume samples to housewives who listened to his book pitch. But something awkward kept happening. The women didn't care about the books. They loved the perfume. Imagine pitching Shakespeare and customers saying, "Cool story, but do you have more of that smell good juice?" So McConnell did the most logical business pivot in history. He dumped the books and built a perfume company. The company started as the California Perfume Company, eventually becoming Avon. And the real genius wasn't the perfume, it was the sales army. Avon recruited thousands of women to sell products door to door. These became the legendary Avon ladies. In the early 1900s, this was revolutionary. Women didn't have many jobs. Avon gave them income, flexibility, independence. You could literally build a business by walking through your neighborhood with lipstick samples. By the mid-1900s, Avon was unstoppable. Commercials everywhere. The iconic tagline, "Avon calling," millions of sales representatives. At its peak, Avon had over 100,000 Avon ladies in the US alone. By the 1970s, the company crossed $1 billion in sales and was ranked among the most consistently profitable companies in America. It was the Amazon of makeup. Except instead of delivery trucks, it used doorbells. But here's the problem with building a business model around the 1950s. Eventually, the 1950s end. Over the next few decades, something big happened. The very group Avon depended on, stay-at-home sellers, suddenly had full-time jobs, which meant fewer Avon ladies, and fewer customers waiting at home for door-to-door makeup sales. Imagine trying to sell lipstick door-to-door today. Best case scenario? No one answers. Worst case, someone calls the police. So Avon tried to adapt, and this is where things started getting weird. In the 1980s, Avon decided cosmetics weren't enough, so they went shopping. They bought Tiffany & Company. Yes, the luxury jewelry icon. Because when people think luxury diamonds, they obviously think door-to-door catalogs. That didn't work, so they sold it. Then they bought a chemical company, then a healthcare company, then nursing homes, then toy companies. At this point, Avon's strategy looked less like corporate expansion and more like a confused shopping spree. Billions spent, companies bought, companies sold, debt piling up like unsold lipstick inventory. By the 1990s, Avon had over $1 billion in debt and still no clear direction. Meanwhile, the beauty industry was changing fast. Retail giants like Walmart and Target started selling cosmetics cheaply. Drugstores like Walgreens and CVS stocked shelves with beauty products. Then specialty beauty stores arrived. Sephora, Ulta Beauty. Suddenly customers had thousands of options, and none of them required opening their front door to a sales rep with a catalog. Then came the biggest disruption of all, the internet. Online shopping meant customers could buy makeup from their couch. No appointments, no catalogs, no doorbells. Avon should have dominated this. After all, their entire model was home shopping. But somehow, they missed the internet wave almost entirely. While beauty brands flooded Instagram, YouTube, and online stores, Avon stayed loyal to its aging door-to-door network, which is like inventing streaming and then refusing to leave DVDs. Then came technology failures. In 2013, Avon spent over $100 million building a new software system to manage orders and sales commissions. After testing it in Canada, the response from sales reps was so bad, the company scrapped the entire project. Imagine spending $100 million on software, and the best feature is deleting it. Meanwhile, sales kept falling in North America, so Avon split the company. The US business became New Avon. The rest of the world stayed Avon Products. It was essentially corporate therapy. Maybe if we separate the problems, they'll fix themselves. They didn't. Then the legal problems arrived. Hundreds of lawsuits linked Avon's talc-based cosmetic powders to asbestos contamination. More than 380 lawsuits piled up. Legal costs exploded, debt increased, and the final blow came in 2024. After years of declining sales, rising lawsuits, and massive financial pressure, Avon Products filed for bankruptcy protection. A beauty empire that once symbolized opportunity for millions of women collapsed under lawsuits, debt, and a business model stuck in another century. And the irony is brutal. Avon once revolutionized how people bought beauty products, but when the world changed again, it couldn't keep up. Because in business, history doesn't protect you, brand recognition doesn't save you, and nostalgia definitely doesn't pay your legal bills. Avon spent 138 years building a global empire, but the beauty industry changed faster than Avon could. Doorbells became apps, catalogs became algorithms, and the Avon lady quietly disappeared. Because in the end, even beauty brands can't hide from time.